Hi guys, it's Tuesday morning and I'm here with Emmett. Emmett has been wearing this sleep set for 5 days, almost 6 days now. I changed him into this last Friday after he got cleaned up from a busy day at the park and visiting his Auntie June. So I did want to change him on camera. I'm still not that comfortable with changing him, but it's getting better. And I also do have some updates. I still have been communicating with some silicone artists to see about getting him matted in some areas. I'm not having really any luck. I just haven't been happy with you know, what I've been hearing. So I am going to try and just accept the fact that he is how he is. I've been getting a wide variety of suggestions, a wide variety of price ranges. Um, every artist is suggesting something different, different prices, different amounts of time that he'd be gone, and nothing has just been right so far. So it is what it is. I'm gonna just, if something comes along, I'll know at that point, but nothing has yet. And so I have two outfits picked out here. The first one is this little me outfit. It's gray pants with an orange bow at the waist, and then the top is gray and white stripes, and it has an elephant, a giraffe, a monkey, and a lion. I think that this will fit him. It is little me size 3 months, and he's more of a 3 to 6 month baby, but as most of you guys know, little me runs a size bigger. The only reason why I'm not 100% on this outfit is because it is a pajama set, and he's been in a pajama set for 5 days now. The other option I have is this onesie. It has a white onesie and it has tractors all over it. And then these are the pants. I'm not sure about the pants. And then it comes with this sweatshirt. So I thought this might be a nice day outfit. I'm just not sure if it's gonna fit him. It is Carter's 3 months, so you may see me struggle with it, but I think I'm gonna try that on him. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And there was, while I changed him here, I wanted to talk about something and see if any of you have ever experienced this happening to yourself or to a friend, or if you've never heard of it happening. I know Instagram is a place where it's actually a great place. I really like Instagram, actually more than YouTube, for connecting with friends in the community and stuff like that. And there is a lot of dolls for sale on Instagram. That is where I've acquired, I think, most of my dolls, actually, my most recent dolls. But have you ever seen like a doll for sale? I'm just gonna throw out numbers here. These numbers aren't, true to any situation. But say you see a doll for like $500 for sale. And the doll sits and sits, and maybe a week later you see the doll drop, I don't know, $50, say for $450. And then, because I've done this before, I've had a doll not sell and I've lowered the price and the doll is sold. But has anyone have any experience with artists maybe raising the price for certain people? And what I mean by that is there was a situation, and I'm not going to use names and I'm not going to use prices. I'm just going to say there was a doll. This is made up price for $5,000. And maybe me not knowing really too much about the doll, I considered it for that price. And I DM'd the person. And the person said, you know, for you, I'd sell this doll for $5,000. And, I said, that sounds really great. Would you take, 2 payments? One for $2,500 and then in 2 weeks another for another $2,500. And the person says, absolutely not. And I said, okay, well, I'll think about it then. And then say come another week or two later, you see that the same doll that you were quoted $5,000 for without a payment plan was sold for $2,000 to somebody else in the community. Has that kind of thing ever happened to anybody before? I'm attributing it to, maybe certain artists don't want to sell to certain people in the community. I don't know. I was just curious as to, if you've ever seen artists pick and choose who they want their dolls to go to. Usually, price drops happen. I totally get that. But usually it's not as significant as thousands of dollars within a few weeks of each other. So I don't know. It was just something that was going through my head, and I know everybody has the right to sell for what they want to sell for. I just wasn't sure if this has happened to anybody else. Because it happened to me, but I'm also thinking in my head, like, oh my goodness, what if I actually bought the doll? Then again, for a made-up price, $5,000. And the doll was worth less than half of that. Was the artist maybe price jabbing because they knew that I couldn't afford it and because they didn't want me to get the doll? Or like what was the deal, So that's just something that I ponder in my head. So this onesie fits him pretty well. I'm kind of nervous about the pants. So yeah, those are like two things that are just going on in my head. Like, I don't know. It could just totally be me, but I really don't know. But I'm glad where my collection is right now. I'm really enjoying having Emmett. Yeah, I totally wish that he was in a little bit better condition, but I mean, he is silicone, and silicone, it definitely has more flaws, I think, than a vinyl doll anyways. So I just figured I'll have him covered up a little bit more than typical. And oh my god, you guys, I had such a terrifying experience last night at work. The house that I was working at was being robbed after I had just gotten there. I'm so glad that I wasn't alone. We were able to call the police and everything like that, but it was a very scary experience. there were two people that were robbing the house. There was a person sitting in the car that dropped the other person off. And I had just walked into the garage of the house, and I was closing the garage door, and this gentleman was running up the driveway towards the garage. I closed the garage door and ran into the house and told my friend that was in there, and they called the police. But this gentleman was able to get into the garage. We obviously had the door to the house locked, but he was able to get into the garage, but he couldn't get into the house. So he ended up going around the back of the house and got in the bulkhead. It was down in the basement. He couldn't get up the basement stairs because that door was locked. He did have a crowbar or some sort of pipe. So I think he definitely, with some effort, could have gotten into the house, but he didn't. So the police were called, and the police came, and they had broken into somebody else's house. I don't want to say it was in the neighborhood, because this was a pretty upscale neighborhood. I would say it was they robbed someone else in the same community is probably a better word to use. So that was really terrifying. So I had a terrible night last night. Sorry guys, I just got a phone call regarding the situation I was just talking about. And it cut off my video, so I will try to mend the two videos together. I'm pretty bad at that kind of stuff. So this little end segment here might not make it into the completed video. So I'm sorry about that. So I finished putting on his little jacket here, and I'm just gonna do his hair. I have a little, the hair that he has is unprocessed yearling mohair, I believe is what it's called. And it's really nice hair. I'm super thrilled. Like, I was actually really shocked that he had this nice of hair. I think I'm gonna style it more of like a sweet kind of slick style. Usually I like to stick it up a little bit, but I think for today I want to just be able to run my hand over the top of it, have it be kind of slicked down a little bit. Oh, he's so handsome. I hope you guys are able to see him okay. Now that he's done, I can get you guys a closer look at this sweet little face. So this is Sweet Emmett. I am going to take these mitts off. These mitts don't match. But I do like him to have mitts on when I'm cuddling him, so I will probably try to find another mitt. This is his little hand. He's got his pinky is separate, and then his little ring finger and middle finger are connected. His pointer finger is separate, and so is his thumb. So he can kind of hold your finger there, which is really cute. In his other hand, his pinky and his ring finger are together, sticking straight out, and his middle finger and pointer finger are curled down, and his thumb is sticking out. So I wonder if I turned his head, if he could kind of suck his thumb. That might be kind of cute. But yeah, I just kind of like running my hand over his head like this. He's just so precious. So that is my sweet little boy. So So let me know what you guys think about, that little discussion that I had in the first segment about if you've ever had the experience of like drastic price changes from artists depending on who they're selling to. I have heard stories about some artists doing lavished box openings for friends of theirs and then having less of a box opening for just regular clients, which I think is totally cool. I think that's, I kind of would do the same thing, and I kind of do when I sell my dolls. Like if I'm selling my doll to a friend as opposed to selling it on eBay, I definitely go more overboard on the box packing. Oh, I was actually going to put these little booties on, but they don't match his outfit. He doesn't have one speck of blue in his outfit. So I'm not going to do those booties. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing this precious little boy. And I think I did a pretty good job dressing him. Hopefully, it wasn't too hard on this little guy. Oh, he does have a sparkle on his cheek. I'm not sure I'm able to... Oh! This is just a plain... There's nothing pink on the brush. The brush just came, I've washed it several times. It's just the type of bristle. So there's no makeup or anything on that brush. This brush is completely and 100% for him. There's no powder or anything on it. But I kind of like it to help dust his hair or push his hair over to the side. There we go. He's so adorable, Emmett. Alright guys, I will let you go or else I'll just keep rambling and rambling and rambling with nonsense. But we will see you all later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.